What is going on, guys? Scar coming at you with another Magic the Gathering video. In today's video, we'll be diving into some Dimir Flash. As you kind of can see here on the side, I was kind of messing around and I kind of wanted to do a Rogue Tribal. I haven't really played with Thieves Guild Enforcer, and I was messing around with Rogue Tribal, and then I just kind of came to the conclusion at some point, I was like, Rogue Tribal really wasn't that fun. So I decided to just kind of go back into like blue-black flashy kind of stuff. And there's a decent balance of some rogues and things like that. But I decided to do like a Dimir Flash build. I know in the last video we did a mono blue tempo-y kind of thing, but in this one's more aggressive, like flashy kind of things. With the removal of Teferi, I think overall it's a fun deck type that is now playable in a way. I think a lot of the flash decks are more playable just because now you can't have Teferi on the battlefield preventing you from playing things on your opponent's turn. Yet again, it's another reactive style deck. I kind of went with a little bit of a deck list kind of thing that I kind of had around when Ikoria first came out, with playing some things that are reactive, like flash things. I was kind of debating on if there was going to be any flash mutate. I kind of still kept the octopuses just because I think they're really good. But other than that, I mean, the list is pretty straightforward on what the deck is trying to do. Guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to post more videos, hit that subscribe button. So overall, looking at the deck list, pretty straightforward. It's a very aggressive curve. It's not really putting anything super duper big. Majority of the things are more reactive. They can get big in threat if your opponent can't handle them. But overall, the list is pretty straightforward in what we're trying to do. We're going to do a turn 1 possible Spectral Sailor. It's a flash flyer with the ability to draw a card later in the game when we get to 4 mana. Then we got the Thieves Guild Enforcer. It has flash whenever it or another rogue enters battlefield under our control. We get to mill our opponent 2 cards. As long as their opponent has 8 or more cards in the graveyard, this card gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. Which in the late game, there's a good chance that your opponent may have additional cards in their graveyard, and if you actually have this and another one, that triggers twice for each one, so definitely a good card in that sense. Then we got the Brineborg Cutthroat, just a solid flash aggressive creature. Whenever we cast a spell during our opponent's turn, we get a ++1 counter. Becomes a big threat if our opponent can't deal with it, so overall pretty good card there. Then we have the Blacklands Paragon, another flash card here with when it enters battlefield, target knight gets Death Touch on turn and lifelink. Pretty much we can either flash this in as a emergency blocker, or we flash in at the end of our opponent's turn just to get a thing. We don't really play any other knights, but the ability just to kind of like flash this in for 2 mana for a 3/1 attacker is pretty solid, I think, overall. Our removal package is 2 Eliminates, 2 Heartless Acts. I mean, you can kind of go one way or the other. I kind of keep it a little bit balanced both ways, just in case, Heartless Acts is good for like playing against decks that have bigger creatures, and Eliminate's good for like more aggressive decks, and they're both good in their own right in any matchup in general. And we have the Cut Night Bounder. We're only doing 2 of these, just on the basis of it's an okay Flash Lord. But I don't think it's overall that great. We don't really play too many things that have actual things that can make it cost 1 less. I mean, you can make your Cutthroat and your Paragon cost 1 less, but having more than 1 is not really the best. Brazen Borrower also costs in 2 blue. Sea Dasher costs in 2 blue. And a Great Shark costs in. It would be the only thing really out of our list here that if we had multiple copies of on the battlefield, really gets that much cheaper. So I only went with 2 just because I think it's okay kind of Flash Lord. Then we have Drown in the Lock as kind of a spot removal and a counter spell. We can counter target spell with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in the controller's graveyard. That with Thieves Guild Enforcer, we're throwing things in our opponent's graveyard, so we can counter things pretty easily if we can kind of get a decent curve, or we can actually destroy target creature for converted mana cost less than equal number of the cards in the controller's graveyard. So same thing. This plus Thieves Guild Enforcer is a pretty solid combo in that sense, just because our Thieves Guild Enforcer is going to pile their graveyard with cards, and this is going to be able to do things based on how many cards are in that graveyard. So 2 good cards to go hand in hand. Next card up is a Brazen Borrower. It's a 3 mana 3/1. You guys kind of know what this does. It has a 2 cost instant speed ability called Petty Theft. You get to return target not only permanent and opponent controls back to its hand, and it has a flash flyer and can only block creatures with flying as a 3/1 flyer. This is actually another rogue, so this actually coincides with Thieves Guild Enforcer, allowing us to draw, mill our opponent additional cards. And it's just solid in that sense too. Late game, having a 3/1 is pretty solid as well. A lot of our opponents don't really have flying, so that's one of those things. So it'd be pretty interesting to see how effective this is in the later game. Then we got the Sea Dasher Octopus, which I think is a solid flash card just in general, just because it is 3 mana 2/2 with flash, and whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, opponent, or it does combat damage to a player, I should say, you draw a card and you can mutate it at flash speed for 2 mana, which I think is really the perk of this card. You can take something like a Spectral Sailor, make it a 2/2. Take a Bribe More Cutthroat, make it a 2/2, so it has a little bit extra toughness. Take a Thieves Guild Enforcer, make it a 2/2. Do some various things. As long as you get in damage to your opponent, it's pretty solid in that sense. And then because we're playing Dimir, we're going to go the blue-black with Slither Wisp. Very solid card here, I think. It's very situational sometimes. Sometimes you get in the late game and it's okay because maybe your hand's a little empty. But the idea that whenever we cast another spell that has flash, we get to draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. So the ability to draw cards and make our opponent lose life based on our flash things is pretty solid. It is a little weak on the toughness side, but you know, if we can kind of get a good draw, we can kind of cast multiple things with flash and deal X amount of damage to our opponent, draw an X amount of cards, kind of refilling our hand back up. So hopefully get some use in our games as we play this card. But definitely a pretty interesting card to mess around with. And then for our last thing, we do play the Voracious Great Shark as a 5/4. It's our big creature. When it enters the battlefield, we get to counter target artifact or creature spell. It's kind of a reactive card. It's very situational. I just figured that we don't really play too much counters other than the Drown in the Lock. I just figured I'd add in a creature counter just because, like I said, the meta in general is very aggressive. So having this is actually a pretty good option to kind of counter maybe creature heavy decks that are currently floating around in the meta. But overall, pretty solid card in that sense because it's a 5/4 body as well, and we can play even as a 5/4 just flash or not even counter anything at the end of our opponent's turn, maybe to try to seal a win, catch our opponent off guard. Land base is pretty straightforward. Play 9 islands, 9 swamps, 2 Dimples of the Sea, and 4 Watery Graves. It's just an overall pretty solid mana base. You know, 24 lands, nothing too crazy. We don't really play anything too big other than the Great Shark, so you know, we don't really need too many lands to do what we need to do. But overall, it's a fun deck from what I have played. But let's dive into some games. We're going to dive into the rank ladder yet again, kind of see where this falls. I'm slowly grinding up. I haven't really played rank since the last video, so I think I'm probably whatever rank I left off there. So let's kind of see how many games we can win before the end of the video. So all right, opponents on the play. Our hand's pretty solid. I mean, we only have 2 lands, but I think we have a decent enough hand to possibly compete. Our opponent's not showing any companion or anything, so there's no indicator of what they're doing, so I'm going to keep this just because we have interaction. I haven't really played a mono red matchup, so I'm not really sure how we fare there, but if we are playing like an Izzet setup based on what I'm seeing here, we actually do pretty well. I'm gonna play blue and say go. I could have played black as well, but I think our opponent's playing a little slow. Looks like they have a lot of tap lands. Looks like they're looking for something. They must, because they mulliganed. But we'll play a Spectral Sailor. Okay, they don't have any burn. So we'll swing in. I could have also played the Temple of the Sea, but I kind of want to keep some mana untapped just in case our opponent plays something pretty decent on turn 3 here. We're not in. Okay, Jeskai of some sort. All right, they're held up on something. They can counter it, possibly. They can burn the Spectral Sailor. Okay. Yeah, that's what they did. That's fine. Alright, got rid of 2 of their lands, which I think is pretty solid. We'll play Temple here. Yeah, I can use another land, actually. We're yet again going to play reactive here, just depending on what they do. They could play their giant here, which isn't the biggest of deals. It does make it a little troublesome for us just because we have to attack through it. But I think it's okay. We'll mill them some more. Oh crap, all the lands. Alright, so they're playing like a Jeskai control, it looks like. Do I attack and bounce it back, but they can just burn it? We're not gonna attack. We'll play defensive here, see what they do. We'll play Slither Wisp. Interesting. Holy Brazen Borrowers though. Alright, they have something. They have a card to do. They may have another Bone Crusher, possibly. I may actually think, depending on what they do here, because they're holding priority at the moment, I may actually flash a Borrower in. That's fine. Resolve. I may flash a borrow in just to block this shark now. And I can also I probably could have done something past the blockers. Can I do this? May I do this? I'll take 4. No blocks. I'll take 4. I'm not really worried. I don't feel like we're in a situation that I need to be super duper worried about at the moment. That's actually not that bad either, because that's also a rogue. I think we just pass again. Oh no, I can attack in. Let's just attack. See what happens. Maybe they have a flash. I don't really know. Shark. Awesome. And buy shark. That's good. They filled the graveyard up, so we actually do more damage to them. So that's pretty solid. They can't actually hit this with like an Elspeth Conqueror's Death if they wanted to. They probably need to sit back though, because now they're at, this is lethal on the board if they don't have a board wipe. Create a 4/4 white Sphinx token with flying and vigilance. Okay. Well, we'll just bounce their token. Because why not? I think that is it game? I think it may be game here. Let's just swing all in. And then we'll do this. Trigger. And then we'll do this. Double trigger. And then we'll... I mean, that part doesn't matter, but it's 6 unblocked. Yeah, I guess we'll keep. Loris. Auras? Rakdos. Interesting. Say go. Going in for damage. I'll draw a card. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Over. 2 damage. Put the clock on. Oh my god, all the lands. Alright, I mean, that's good. Alright, an untapped land that doesn't kill them, I guess, is good for them. It's fine. We're even. Menace? Menace guy? I mean, I'll draw again. Yeah, that's good. Though it kind of sucks that we have to play, in order to make this work, I'll discard one of these. Drawing in the lock is pretty good too. I mean, they have nothing in their graveyard. Whenever a creature you control Menace comes blocked, defend. I haven't seen Menace since Ikoria, so interesting. Interesting choice here. They're looking at us, they're trying to figure out. So they can't. Alright, that's fine. Getting some mass here. It's like Rakdos aggro. What do we want to do here? Guess we'll Heartless Act. you. Just because you can pump, right? Yeah. I probably should have done that before combat, but they'll get an extra point of damage in. But make them tap out, so that's good. So that's all they're gonna play that turn. Next turn we'll have enough mana for they have something for 0. They have a Stone Coil. A land? They have priority on something in their hand. Alright, they're going to 8. Alright, they're getting wide. Getting wide. I'll just keep on going in, I guess. Drawing a card. Drawing cards are good. Temple's gonna be too slow. It's fine. We got the Black Lance Paragon's actually really good here. We'll actually definitely Cunning into Cutthroat into Black Lance, I think is the play. Alright. That's fine. Alright, so we'll flash in Cunning. We'll flash in Brineborn Cutthroat. Flash in Black Lance Paragon. We'll block here. We'll block here. And here. Taking 2. Gaining 3. They have a way to kill my creature. They're both 3/1s. They're calculating math here. Okay, so they keep the creature that is stronger. Interesting. They have a shock. Kind of. Okay, they play the Gutterbruns. Got it. Next turn we can. We have 5 mana. We can drown in the lock. Oh, actually, we can drown and lock 2 things. So no attacks and turn. That's fine. I'll draw a card. Having card advantage is always good. Let's see what they do here. They have 5 cards in the graveyard, so they don't play anything over 2. So we can counter whatever they're gonna do here. Oh. They're going in, aren't they? Okay. I want to counter that, right? We counter that. I have to counter that one too. I think I'm dead either way. But they have to attack. They had to play everything here in order to make it work. If I had a guild, whatchamacallit. Yeah. Can't block there and there. Let's take 4 and I'm dead. I had to pretty much prevent those last 2 cards. I mean, I could have probably let the Scorpion go, but yet again, I couldn't be sure if they didn't have a Village Rites or something. Like a way to sacrifice. We're on the play. I think this hand's pretty good. Island. Say go. Mountain. It's fine. I take one, they take one, we all take one. Turn. That's fine. Okay. What are we trying to set up here? Trying to think of what I can do here. I mean, I could Heartless Act. I guess I do this. Make them spend the 1 mana. Oh, okay. Didn't do anything in reaction. I guess they need the. I guess they're gonna play Annex, maybe. Oh, Embercleave already. Wow. Okay. Wait, how did I? What happened there? I mean, I'm not gonna question it, but okay. I mean, I'm just gonna continue to attack because I can just kill whatever they decide to put Embercleave on. If they decide to waste that mana. Dodger. Doesn't this give it first strike or is double strike? Yeah. Interesting. They didn't want to do anything with Embercleave. We'll get rid of this again. Wait, does this have first strike? Then I have no idea. Still have no idea what happened during that. Mutate. Draw a card over. They're pretty much out of cards in their hand. We'll draw a card. Another Brazen Borrower is fine. They go to equip. We'll bounce back to Annex. Fervent Champion's perfectly fine. I mean, the Knight can equip it, I think, for pretty much free, but I think slowing them down from playing the Annex is a good thing to do in that situation. Us taking 4 that turn is not that bad, but I think Champion's the cheapest. Okay. They don't want to do that. I'm not going to question why. I didn't draw a land, which kind of sucks. Well, I mean, I guess I can attack in, draw a land, not a land. I can't really play this without having to. Well, this is actually not that bad. How many cards in the graveyard? 2. That's good. Just going all the things at first strike. So first strike, tribal. It's fine. Can't actually do anything with that. They don't have anything open, so why don't we do this? I'm gonna do this. We'll make our opponent lose a life, mill 2 cards. Oh man, there goes another Embercleave and a Torbrand. We'll block there. Take 2. It's fine. You'll get a 1/1. I don't really want to do anything with that. I think I still swing in because I just want card advantage. Land is good. I probably should have held off then. Because I could have Voracious Great Shark there. Could just bounce back whatever they decide to do here. They're thinking about it. I'm looking at their initiates. Really, you want to do it on your Grim Initiate? Okay. Pass to attackers. Wow, under attack step. Yeah, we'll just bounce, annex back. Save response. Infuriate. We will just drown the lock here and get a 1/1. That does nothing. Block here, and I'll take 1, 2. Possibly. I mean, they got a shock. They don't want me drawing cards. Awesome. Now we have just a much bigger card. No attacks. End turn. What do we do in this situation? Whatever they, I mean, okay. I was gonna say whatever they decide to equip here, but I guess they're going for it. I will counter that, yeah. Got a big old shark here. That is exactly what they needed here. It's just a it doesn't become we're on the play. I think it's keepable. It's a little painful, but okay, they're on the mulligan. That's good for us, I think. I don't want to get too preemptive, like jump into. All right, they're playing mono green. It's fine. I'll just play my Brazen Bar, my Spectral Sailor now. One to the face, and turn. Gonna pass to attackers. All right, I'll take 1. Ow, hurts. Paradise Druid. All right, and that in response, I grind board and Cutthroat. Swing in for 1. Turn. Probably more than likely on their end, they're gonna play not what I thought they were gonna play. But that's perfectly fine. Because well, Black Lane's Paragon, I believe, right? Yeah. All right. Give itself lifelink and death touch. Pass the blockers. Blocky block. Pass the damage. My turn. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Let's mill it a little bit. Swing 5. Taking 5. Okay. End turn. I could actually. They're at 3. That's not going to do a lot. It's fine. Press some beast again. Perfect. Well, you're tapped out, so we'll bounce that back, because we'll figure that out later. And then we'll just play this. A little pirate. Oh, that's how we figure it out. Okay. Yeah, you probably want to get in front of that. End turn. They have 3 cards in the grave right now. Close to 8. They're tapping big 6 here. They don't have enough. They have enough land? Oh, they have 7. That's fine. Resolve. That's fine. They don't have a 1/1, so that's just a big 5/5 blocker. Doesn't have Death Touch, but I mean, this has Dead Touch. Opponents on play. I think hand's decent, unless it's super aggressive. I think we're gonna keep. I mean, we don't have a turn 1 play, but I think this hand's good enough to get started. All right, I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm okay with this hand now. Because I can go Thieves Guild Enforcer into kind of Nightbounder. Esper. Alright, you can get rid of whatever you want. Tough choice. I know. Thank you for filling up the graveyard for me, though. I'm very happy about that. Well, now I can counter there if they want to look at my hand again. So I just do it to be spiteful. How many cards do they have? They have 4 cards in the graveyard. Ooh. You don't get to see what my other card is. They're 5. They're at 5. Yeah, we'll do this. Well, you're not getting those cards, so you can decide if you want 2 cards or 1 card. Thank you. I'll destroy you. Swing in for 5. End turn. Hey, 4 mana. Not playing that. Okay. Discard legendary card, so it's like a legendary. That's fine. Pass to attackers. My turn. We'll play Spectral Sailor. Their land's good. I mean, it's not double blue though, so there's that. I feel like we just destroy this and just keep on getting aggressive. Part of me's like, I probably shouldn't, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. 6 mana. Nice. So you're gonna return it? Is it like a count, like infinite like tokens? Alright. So what are we gonna do here? How about no? Shark goes nom 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 nom. I'm gonna end turn because they don't know what's in my hand and they get the top deck. Alright, we'll draw a card. That's a good card. Do I let them? Yeah, I let them draw. It's fine. See, then I can get rid of this flyer. It does put us a little behind now because we do have to now attack down. Oh, excuse me. I'm not really worried about all these tokens. Pass to attackers. They want to attack in. No, they don't. Little fake out. I'm just gonna get rid of that because why not? And then we'll draw a card. Because drawing cards is fun. Oh wow. Wow. Oh, I don't have blue, do I? Oh, I should have shocked that. What do they do here? If I attack in, right? We're gonna skip. All right, another guard mage. It's fine. I can't play it again. What do I do with this big board of creatures, though, is the real question. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Guess it's gonna draw me a card that has that touch. Are you gonna destroy my Thieves Guild Enforcer? She's so nice.
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say fair.
5. Do I do it? I think I draw one more card before she goes bye-bye.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
I'll take 2. What do I do here? That's the question. A lot of land. I don't play a lot of land. I mean, I guess a quarter of my deck's about land. I mean, they can throw four of those into it. I'm just trying to think of if I have an out. I could have played the Brazen Borrower, but I think I kind of want to like hold up the element of surprise that I have stuff. I don't really know how to do that. There was too many removal. I think it's game for the most part. Although, I don't know why they just didn't... So in the wrap up, I mean, overall the games kind of went 50-50. I feel like the deck is okay, but not okay. I feel like maybe I need to switch up some cards here. Maybe the Voracious Great Shark's too situational. Maybe I just gotta get a little more broad. But overall, I mean, the deck is fun. If that means anything, I would say if you want to play this deck, I would say maybe make a couple different choices of moving some stuff, adding some stuff, I think maybe, like I said, maybe the first place you start is looking at the Voracious Great Shark, and just I think we just throw that out. I just don't think he fits here. I think maybe we choose either Eliminates or Heartless Axe. I'm leaning more towards Heartless Axe just because not many things other than I think Mono Green really play counters. Eliminates also still good. Thieves Guild Enforcer I think did pretty well. I mean, your opponents had to kind of like, you know, be protective about it. But overall, I think it's an okay deck. It will get you some wins, but I think, like I said, it's probably roughly around, based on the games I played for this, it's probably about 50% win rate, which is not very good, especially when you start getting the higher ranks of ranking up in the ladder. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. The link for the deck will be in the description if you kind of want to add it into MTG Arena and mess around with it if you want to. There will be videos posted up here if you guys want to check out some other videos of my content as I'm wrapping this video up. But guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. It definitely helps the channel out a lot. And if you want to know when I post more videos, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you in the next video.